Happy wonderful Tuesday, everyone. But first, just some somber news tonight. A good pal of the show, Paul Sorvino, passed away yesterday. He was an amazing actor and one of our first guests on this very show. Anyway, you might know him from the legendary movie Goodfellas, one of the greats. And here's one of my favorite scenes. Hey, Paulie.
I'll talk to you. I'm telling everybody. You could be my son, could be anybody. You don't mess around with that garbage, you understand me?
What garbage, Paulie?
Don't make a jerk out of me, you understand?
I'm trying.
Just don't do it.
I won't.
Don't do it.
Okay. You're right. I won't.
You only understand you're on the air because I got you a job, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see anybody messing with your show, you're going to tell me, isn't that right?
I swear, Paulie. Yes. I swear.
Go do your show.
Thanks, Paulie.
Get in there. He ain't a bad kid. Needs another couple of smacks, though.
I will never wash my face again. Lucky he didn't slap me on the ass. On to the news. It's fun to see what happens when so-called compassionate libs get a taste of their own no-cost compassion. You know, the kind they prescribe for other people because they don't have to pay the price, but you do. Take immigration, where everything is free for anyone who comes in because it's in your state and not theirs. Sorry, Texas, you're screwed. It's your fault for bordering Mexico and inventing Dr. Pepper. It's true. It must be how my parents felt when they went away for the weekend and I had half the chess club over to drink their booze. True, there were only 2 people in the club. So it was just me. Now you get the idea. I drink alone. Sorry. But forever, border states complained about the burdens placed on their services with the influx of illegal immigrants. They aren't complaining about the people, but the policies. They know without an actual process, everything falls apart. It's like when Edward Scissorhands entered that bouncy castle. As you know, Republicans are fans of laws, just like strict parents. But Democrats are fans of stuff minus the means to get them, like strict parents' children. So when border states complain, the left calls it xenophobic. Oh, you just don't like the brown folks. And they'll even say it to brown folks. The definition of racism has changed again. It's anyone who disagrees with a Democrat. And when the Border Patrol try to do their job, you get Whipgate, a smear the president gladly embraced. So how do you get Dems to understand that you need a process? Well, you get them to experience what you're going through, too. What's good for the goose is good for the slander. Let's see what happens when a Democrat far from a border state gets to play border state for a year. That's a nice way of saying, let's see how you a-holes like it. I wonder if our system was inundated.
Our system was inundated with those who were seeking shelter because of the callousness of those other states that pushed them out. Our schools are going to be impacted. Our healthcare system is going to be impacted. Our infrastructure is going to be impacted.
Oof, sounds like my dentist. Everything's going to be impacted. Which is what should happen when you call yourself a sanctuary state. See, the virtue signal just became real. It's the cost of lawlessness. You know, sort of how a drug kingpin gets killed by another drug kingpin. Those are the rules. So I'm for having migrants come to New York City, and it has nothing to do with having to replace my masseuses, R.I.P., Marco, Clem, and Stu. You're never going to find them. I want leaders to understand the cost for their obsession with cheap labor. But I like immigrants, especially compared to what's homegrown here. I mean, have you ever met a woke migrant? I haven't. They think Latin X are those movies I made in Tijuana in the 90s. And they're right. It's how I met Ricky Martin. But, yeah. True, there are burdens to the system when lots of illegal immigrants show up. They put more stress on the infrastructure than Joy Behar on a toilet seat. But they aren't even close to what some Americans have done to this country. Illegals didn't upend the criminal justice system. They didn't create critical race theory. If they did, they'd be rich. They didn't destroy sports. Unlike Megan Rapinoe, you could argue they make sports better. As for the 2 years of rioting, I do not remember seeing anybody running back into a burning building because they dropped a breakfast taco.
All racists would say.
That was a shout out to Dr. Jill. Anyway, there are horrible exceptions. There are drug dealers and gang members and soccer fans. And we could debate crime statistics all you want, but it's hard when we don't even call it crime anymore, which is what the woke did, not Mexicans. And illegals, they have incentives to keep their nose clean. But be honest, you would trade 100 wokesters for one hard-working dude named Julio who believes in right and wrong, keeps to himself, has a strong faith, and isn't scared of a hard day's work. If I could, I'd take the trade. I'll lose 100 liberal arts grads for one great shortstop. Now, I'm not sugarcoating illegal immigration. That would be stupid to do, not to mention fattening and bad for your teeth. I'm saying what's happening to Mayor Adams right now is needed. Spread out the resource burden and let's see how these captains of compassion handle it. Because in a real crisis, words alone are not enough. You have to actually do something.
Hey, buddy, watch out!
Oh, hey, Kat.
Joe, is that a fax machine? That is so awful. Please let me know if there's anything I can do.
Yeah, you could help me get this fax machine off my chest.
Of course, okay? I'm here if you need to get anything off your chest, okay? My heart goes out to you.
Yeah, well, my heart's getting crushed by this fax machine.
Oh, I'm starting a hashtag on Twitter right now, okay? Justice for Joe. We're starting a movement.
Wow. And ironically, I'm unable to move because of this fax machine.
I hear you, all right? You're in my thoughts.
Well, here's a thought. Can you push this fax machine off of me?
Oh, I gotta go. I'm gonna be late for the rally. We've already got the flyers, okay? Don't worry, I got you.
Hello, Xerox? Yes, I can hold.
So, this works with immigration. How about politicians who dismiss crime? They have private security, gated homes. They never see what you see. They're safe and sound while you suffer. And the worse things get, the more their gated homes are worth and the cheaper the landscaping labor. How do you make them see that? Besides placing ads in Modern Wine Snob magazine. That's not real. Thugs commit crimes, then are quickly released, and our governors don't do squat. Next time, maybe we drive the perp to the streets where the progressive idiots live, drop him off like a burning bag of dog dung on Pelosi's front steps, ring her doorbell, and watch her face fill with panic like she just found out her plastic surgeon was run over by her Mexican maid. Lastly, it sucks seeing politicians ignore violent crime while focusing on a show trial, because the crime hasn't touched their lives. They've got taxpayer-funded security. You know, to many of us, January 6th seems more peaceful than trying to get home after dark. Think about all the criminals who got away with brutal crimes while January 6th protesters are still in jail. You know, maybe this whole time we should have been getting violent street felons to walk through an open door at the Capitol. Then they would have cared. Let's welcome tonight's guest. She's bright and sharp like a glow-in-the-dark dart. Tax Strategies VP, former Director of Press Communications for Trump's re-election campaign, Aaron Perini. His pet peeves are communists and rust. Retired Marine Corps bomb technician, Johnny Joey Jones. That was nice. The difference between him and a deer in the headlights is that people actually have heard of deer. Actor, comedian, and writer Jamie Lissow. And she's so thin, her pajamas only have one stripe. Fox News contributor, Kat Tipp. Jamie, obviously, we talk about the fact that you live in Alaska. One of the great things there is nobody immigrates, right?
That's true.
Except for seals and bears.
That's true, seals and polar bears,
Yes.
and it's been a good place, honestly.
Yes.
To write all this stuff out. Watching those videos is starting to upset me. All the violent videos, and I just feel bad. They're always beating up that same guy with the blurry face.
That is true.
It's just there's got to be a better way to handle the border thing. There just has to be. Biden and his giving out IDs. And like, I just did hear that it's actually faster to fly to Tijuana, cross the border, and get an ID. The line is shorter than at the DMV.
Yes. It's true.
I love Mexicans too, but I'm a big fan. My writing partners from Mexico City, my brother-in-law is Mexican. They told me something interesting. They said, you can tell what mood someone from Mexico's in by the way they're holding their gun, if they have a gun. Sideways,
Yes.
run. Up in the air, time to party.
That's right. That's funny. I like it.
I was worried about where that was going.
So was I.
Yes. All right, Joey. Do you think this was a good strategy? I'm still unclear of whether Texas or Florida sent anybody to New York. I think they came on their own, but I don't know. But I still think it's kind of, it's wonderfully ironic, I guess.
I guess I don't understand, because before Greg Abbott did it, the Biden administration did it. I mean, we've reported on it. So it was good when the federal government did it. It's bad when a state does it. And Adams is not the communicator to get this salient point across. So it just comes out like it's going to be bad. It's going to involve us losing seats in our schools and all this. But you know what? We're going to want it to be bad, because that's the just thing to do.
Yes.
On the IDs, on giving them IDs, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And it's not because I'm for or against giving them IDs. I come from a town that's 78% Hispanic. They're going to take the ID that says illegal immigrant and throw it away.
Right.
And they're going to go down to a van by the river and get as many green cards as they need to circumvent taxes, anything punitive, and to keep the benefits that dry up every few months. I've seen this happen over and over again. I've seen it happen with my friends' parents who were here illegally, and my friends were not. You change your ID when the situation needs you to. You change your identity. You might go back to work in the exact same manufacturing facility a year later under a completely different identity for tax purposes and everything else. This is where, even business owners are complicit in this. But there is a decades-old industry for this type of fraud, and their ID is not going to change that.
This is how Kilmeade has managed to be at Fox for so
That's
long.
That's it.
He's been fired almost, I don't know, a half a dozen times. But he goes down to this van, I guess, by the river.
Down by the river, yeah.
And he gets another thing, and he gets another job. He's been on like so many Fox and Friends shows, and some of them, they're just terrible. But it's like, Anyway, I don't know what that means, Aaron. I'm just talking. You're in D.C. You have the same issue with your Mayor Bowser. Still a funny name, if you ask me. Is she dealing with this or not?
No, no one's dealing with it, especially not Democrats. But all of a sudden, they're surprised now that, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You want to have an open border, and they're going to do these late-night flights, to Joey's point about they are moving illegal immigrants further into the interior of the United States. We hear about it in Pennsylvania and other places. And then they're all of a sudden shocked that there are illegal immigrants in their communities, and it's a strain on their system. I don't know what they expected to happen, but all of a sudden now they need to face the reality that open border policies will lead to more people coming into the country. It seems common sense, but they don't seem to have that.
Yeah, and they won't, and they're totally against any kind of process that would actually streamline this. Because I believe that America is made up of risk takers, Kat. You know about taking risks.
Yes.
Yes. I happen to like risk takers, people that come here to defy all odds, like my parents did when they moved from San Jose, California to San Mateo, California. Going on the 101, it was 30, 40 minutes.
Wow.
Probably some mid to light traffic, but they did it anyway. U-Haul.
Wow, that's like a Laura Ingalls Wilder situation.
It really was. It really
My
was.
parents, they moved from the trailer park to a trailer parked. A little bit more land, a little bit more room to grow. That was moving on up,
What's your take on all this?
Yeah, I think that anybody who wants to come contribute to our economy that's nonviolent should be encouraged and welcome to do so.
Yes.
And so many times when we talk about the problems with immigration, it's not really the problems with immigration or with immigrants at all. It's the problem with our welfare state. So it's not so much that there is a strain on the system, it's that the system is a strain on everyone and all of us. And I think we need to start looking at it that way.
That's a great point.
Thanks.
There you go. All right. Yes, you can applaud. I'll give you that. All right, that's enough. All right. Up next, do certain names for hounds mean they'll spend more time at the pound?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.